usually tend to forget. Let me see. Good morning, Emily, Maite, Marieta, Pepia, Savka, Sebastián, Gabriela, Diego Troncoso, Diego Farias, Camila. I think I haven't said good morning to you.
Morning,
I have
teacher.
3 questions for you. And this is my first question. What's your best childhood memory? What is your best childhood memory? Do you remember that special moment that you lived when you were a child?
Yes, of one.
What's that?
Bastian,
Mhm.
playing God of War in the PS2.
Okay. All right. Good one. Good one. Anyone has another special moment when you were kids?
When I was a kid, I went to the country with my family, uncles, cousins, and etc.
All right. I bet it was a good family moment.
Yes.
All right. Anyone has any other special moment when you were little kids that got stuck in your head and you never forgot?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I remember when my mother gifted me ¿cómo se dice consola en inglés? No sé cómo se dice. I don't know how to pronounce it. What? Wait a minute.
You're muted, teacher.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I think it's console.
Okay. Give me a Sony's console, and that name was the Police Station, and I play Super Mario Bros. The Duck Hunter when I use the gun, the virtual gun.
Uh-huh. How old were you at the time?
No, because
I mean, were you 8, 9, 10, 5?
maybe 6 years.
All right. Maybe 6 years.
I
Very,
was
very.
6 years when that happened.
Mm-hmm. Very, very little. Let me show you my childhood memory. Playing with marbles. Can you believe that? I was laughing. I mean, not laughing, but sort of giggling because you're talking about the consoles, video games, and my memory involves these little marbles that I used to play with when I was a kid. What difference, right? And anyone has another good old memory from the old gone years when you were children? My second question is, what is or was your favorite cartoon? What is your favorite cartoon now, or was your favorite cartoon when you were kids?
Los Simpsons, The Simpsons.
Uh-huh. Why were they the favorite ones?
Because when I was a kid, my father's don't let me watch them.
Ah.
And when I grow, I can watch the the cartoons, and I fell in love with them.
And how did you manage to watch them? Did you go online to watch the episodes?
um, in the TV, but when I was a kid, they don't
Okay.
let me turn the TV by myself. So
Ah,
they control the TV, what we watch, and uh, after I can control the TV and what I want to watch.
right. Well, that happens. That happens. Parents usually control the TV content because anything can happen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Plus, The Simpsons have many layers. Some jokes that can be understood by kids, and other jokes that can be understood by adults. So I think the audience can be quite varied and with different ages, actually, right? So any other has a favorite cartoon?
I have
Bastian?
I can decide between the Backyardigans and Dragon Ball Z
Okay. What's that?
because the Backyardigans were my childhood, uh, since from 4 years old to 11 maybe, and Dragon Ball Z was all my life.
All
So,
right.
but when I was watching the Backyardigans, I was more excited when I was watching Dragon Ball Z. So maybe the Backyardigans.
Yeah, when you're younger, you're more easily impressed by, the media, right?
Yes,
But,
that's true.
but yeah, backyardigans. Okay, I think I know them. Yeah. All right, all right. Any other cartoon that made an impression on you when you were kids, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. Um,
Diego Farias?
my yes, my favorite cartoon was uh, it's a Chilean cartoon whose name is Diego Iglot. Diego Iglot and Dragon Ball, 31 minutes, 31 minutos,
Mm-hmm.
and Bob SquarePants.
Bob SquarePants, right? That's a classic.
Yes.
I didn't know about Diego Iglot and 31 Minutos, another classic,
Yeah.
right?
I forgot to mention Los Pulentos too.
Okay, I'm not sure if I know them. Los Pulentos and Diego Iglot. I'm going to take a look at them.
Mm.
All right. Really, really good classic you mentioned. Uh, the cartoon that I remember was this one. I don't know if you know this one.
Oh, Doraemon.
Doraemon.
Doraemon, yes.
No,
It's
either.
my childhood. It's part of my
No.
childhood.
Okay. All right. I think it expanded or it came across generations because I was a fan of Doraemon, which was not called Doraemon at the time. It was called El Gato Cósmico. And then my nephew, who's 20 something, was also a fan. And my daughter, who's 6, is also not a fan, but she really likes Doraemon, at least last year. So it's interesting. Just like Chavo del Ocho, you see that many generations are fascinated by the same episodes, right? And that's why they are classics, right? Anyone interested in sharing his or her favorite cartoon ever? No? Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Fair enough. I had another question, but I think most of us would divide into cat lovers and dog lovers. My third question was, what's your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal? In my case, I have 4 dogs, so I would declare myself a dog lover, I guess. Anyone has an exotic animal that you really are a fan of? Or you fall into this?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what's that?
My favorite animals is rodents. Rodents.
Rodents,
Roedores.
yes.
I have a chinchilla.
Interesting. And
Yes.
how long have you had her or him?
Um.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
She have 1 year.
She's 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Very young, I guess. How long do they live in general?
They live 25 years.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. 25 years. Your pet, your chinchilla, is going to accompany you. Fair enough. I think we cannot
Yes.
expect. Yeah, we cannot expect for a dog to be with you over 15 years. I think that's like a lot for a dog. Great. Chinchillas are so the pets that we need to get, right?
Mhm.
And are too wild to take care of them? Are they too wild?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Right. Are they like too wild, too violent? Can you control them somehow, or they're really
Oh, wild. No,
yes.
no, she not. A little bit. She likes
Okay.
jump so much and run, but is not too wild.
Okay. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. Interesting. Very good. Chinchillas. Never thought of that. All right. All right. Good comment. Good comment. Um, we're gonna have a quiz, but it's a friendly quiz. It's just a quiz, a practice quiz. Okay. And it's not that difficult, right? I need to share with you the presentation again, this time including the sound. And, and let me walk you through it, right? And we're going to do this together because it's a practice quiz. Okay? So I'm going to play some recordings for you. And for example, in the first one, you're going to hear this word. You may decide, you need to decide whether is the first syllable the one stressed or the second one. If it's import or import. Import in the stress falls on the first syllable, or import. Import. Stressed on the second syllable. The same with the other words, right? You have twice import, twice increase or increase, object or object, okay? So write down this in a piece of paper so we can share the answers later, all right? Are you ready? Okay, hopefully you are, because I didn't hear anything. So let's start. Let me see if you can not hear this, right?
You don't need a permit to import toys. You don't need a permit to import toys. You don't need a permit to import toys.
Next one.
The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000. The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000. The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000.
Okay, the next one, number 3. Doesn't have a number, but let's call it number 3.
There was a small increase in sales last quarter. There was a small increase in sales last quarter. There was a small increase in sales last quarter.
Number 4.
Sales in Europe. We need to increase our sales in Europe. We need to increase our sales in Europe.
Next one.
I strongly object to the proposal. I strongly object to the proposal. I strongly object to the proposal.
Next one.
I don't understand the object of the proposal. I don't understand the object of the proposal. I don't understand the object of the proposal.
Second column, right here.
What a wonderful present. What a wonderful present. What a wonderful present.
Next one.
They're going to present him with a gold watch. They're going to present him with a gold watch. They're going to present him with a gold watch.
Next one.
I'm going to record the results on a spreadsheet. I'm going to record the results on a spreadsheet. I'm going to record the results on a spreadsheet.
Next one.
I'm going to keep a record of all the results. I'm going to keep a record of all the results. I'm going to keep a record of all the results.
Last two.
They say they don't give refunds. They say they don't give refunds. They say they don't give refunds.
And the last one.
I demand that you refund my money immediately. I demand that you refund my money immediately. I demand that you refund my money immediately.
Alrighty, so let's take a look at your answers. In the first one, what syllable is the one stressed?
The first.
The first one?
Yes.
Import?
Mm-hmm.
The first?
I think it's the second one.
You think it's the second one?
Because he says import, not import.
Okay, let's see if we can listen to this again. Let me see if I can get rid of
You don't need a permit to import toys. You don't need a permit to import toys. You don't need a permit to import toys.
You don't need a permit to import toys. To import toys. To import toys. Import toys. To import toys. So I guess because we're talking about an action, a verb, the permit is to import toys. So I think that because it's used as a verb to import toys, the second syllable should be the one stressed, right? What do you think about the next, the second one? First syllable or second syllable?
Second.
All right, second.
Yes, it's the same as the first one.
The same as the first one, the second.
Yes.
All right. Let's take a look at it.
The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000.
Sorry, don't know if you're listening now to it or I'm actually not sharing the sound. Let me double check. Let me include the sound this time.
We could hear. We could hear.
The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000. The law permits duty-free imports up to a maximum value of $2,000. The law permits duty up to a maximum value of $2,000. Maximum value of imports up to a maximum value.
Sorry.
Duty-free imports. Duty-free imports up. Duty-free imports.
Duty-free imports. Duty-free imports. Duty-free imports. Imports. Duty-free imports. Duty-free imports. Okay, duty-free imports. So I would say that the syllable, in this case, duty-free imports. Imports. Because it's used as a noun, this word is stressed on the first syllable because in that way it's acting as a noun. In the first case, to import, the word was used as an action, as a verb. So in this case, the first one, it was the second syllable, the one stressed. In the second one, duty-free imports. What kind of imports? Duty-free. Imports. Imports in this case is in Spanish cualquier tipo de mercadería o cualquier tipo de ítems que sean traídos dentro del país, importados. Se refiere a la carga, a los elementos. Entonces, duty free imports, imports, ítems que no estén sujetos, ¿cierto?, a tasación en la aduana. No pagan impuestos. Okay. So far,
But horrible.
so far, I mean, the
Zero.
point is, right, if we put it like into score, okay, but learning, not learning, that's my point. How can I get rid of this?
Yes.
Yes, all right, good. Good, because that's the purpose of this formative quiz, right? It's not giving you a grade or checking the points. The next one, what do you think? Is it increase or increase?
The second.
Second.
Increase.
Yes.
Yes.
Increase.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
There was a small increase in sales last quarter. There was a small increase in sales. There was a small increase. There was a small increase in.
There was a small.
There was a small increase.
There was a small increase.
There was a small increase in. There was a small increase.
There was a small increase. There was a small increase.
There was a small increase in.
So there was a small increase. A small what? A small increase. So this word is being used as a noun. There was a small increase. Increase. Okay, increase. So I would say that it's the first syllable, the one that is stressed. The first one. There was a small increase. So first, you have to trust your listening skills. First. Second, pay attention to the part of the speech of the word. How is this word used? In general, these words, what they have in common is that if they are used as a noun, right, as a noun, sustantivo, right? If they're used as a noun, the first syllable is the one that's going to carry the stress. If these words are used as a verb, right, the second syllable will be stressed. So, listening skills first, second, your grammar knowledge, okay? And so you have to pay attention to the context, okay? So in the third one, the first syllable, increase should be the one stressed. Let's take a look at the next example, number 4.
We need to increase our sales in Europe. We need to increase our sales. To increase our sales in. To increase our sales.
Which syllable? The first one or the second one?
The second one?
The second one.
The second one, exactly. 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 Next one. What's the answer that you have in this one?
Second.
Second
I
one.
have second.
Second one. Excellent. What about the next object or object?
The first one?
The first one, the first syllable, exactly.
Yes, first.
That's right, that's correct. Congratulations. In the next column, present or present, what do you think?
Present.
First. I
Present,
think
the
it's
first. Excellent. First syllable. In the next one?
The
Second.
second one.
The second syllable, exactly. The second one, that's right. In the next, record or record for the first one?
Second.
Record. Record, I'm sorry.
Okay, I know it's very easy to get confused. Record, exactly, the second syllable, the second, record. And in the next one?
And the
First.
first one.
Exactly, the first one, record. In the last two, refund or refund, the first one?
The first
Second.
one.
Oh, I think in the second.
I think in the first.
Wow. Okay, let's take a look at it.
They say they don't give refunds. They say they don't give refunds. They say they don't give refunds.
So?
First, yes,
The
I
first one.
changed my
The first one, right? The
previous.
first one, exactly.
Vamos.
You got it. They say they don't give refunds, right? Refunds is when, you know, the stores give you the money back because you don't want the item, the thing that you bought. You take it back and they give you a refund, right? First syllable. Alrighty, and the last option?
The second one.
The second syllable, exactly. The second syllable. Exactly. So just to make sure, right? Number 2 was on the first. Number 3 on the
First.
Number 4 on the
Second.
second one.
The
Right?
first four were the most difficult. The more difficult.
Exactly. That's right. What about the next one, number 5? Was it object or object?
Object, second.
Object. Exactly. Therefore, object number 6. Number 7.
First.
First. Number 9, 10. Number 9 was
Second.
the second. Okay. Number 10 first. And finally 11 and 12. The first one.
First.
The first
Second.
syllable.
Okay. Okay, that was the listening quiz, which started a little bit rough at the beginning, a little bit tough, but then it grew easy on you. Now, this is a writing practice, a writing quiz. So let's take a look at this. What's the stress in the first ones, in the section that says verbs? In the A, what do you think?
In the second syllable.
Okay.
Yes, second because it's a verb.
Okay. What about the B?
In the first syllable.
The first one.
What about C?
The
Second.
second
Okay.
The test.
All right. You are the boss. Letter D.
is the
In the
second.
first.
Wow, we have the house divided. Okay. Letter E.
In the first one.
First one. If you have a different opinion, just say it, all right? Because this is a practice quiz. Letter F.
Third.
In the last.
The-
In the last.
See,
The last
I
one.
think
Yes,
Or
in
the first
last.
one?
the third. The last one.
The last one. All right. The
Because I
third.
have three so
Okay. What about the nouns? Letter A.
Is in the first language.
the first.
Okay. What about B?
In the first one.
In the first.
First.
First
Yes,
one.
first.
Right. What about C?
The
Second.
second.
Second. What about D?
First.
First one.
First.
First one. What about E?
First.
First one.
First. Yes.
Okay. Remember, if you have a different opinion, just say it, all right? If everyone says jump, you're not going to jump, right? That's what my mother said. Letter F.
In the second.
The second.
Second. All
I
right.
think first.
First. Okay, excellent. I like when there's a what G.
The first.
Okay. Letter H.
In the third.
Third. Yes.
In the
And
third.
then
Okay.
may.
Okay. And letter J.
The first.
First.
Okay. Okay. Take a look at the verb sections, right? Take a look at this and see if you have a different opinion. Same thing with nouns. Take a look at them and see if there's anything that you disagree with.
Maybe in the E could be the second.
In letter E for a verb or noun?
Verb.
Verb.
I am not
Okay.
sure, but it could be.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Okay. Let's take a look at the sort of answers. The guessings, right? the confirmation. So we have protect, clamber, detest, entering, menace, disconnect, language, captain, career, paper, injury, connection, interesting, disconnect, but connection, fruitcake, confirmation, and birthmark. All right. I think you did quite well in this writing quiz. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
quite
It,
well. Yeah.
it's better than in the listening.
So tap on your shoulder, hug yourselves, right? Congratulate yourselves, to give you some love, give you some sugar, because that's all what we need these days, right? We need to feel good. Otherwise, being sad or being, depressed is not the way to go. Some concepts that we're going to be reviewing here. I'm very happy for the results because,
Teacher,
yes, sir.
sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Oh, thank you, teacher. Sorry.
Make sure you close the door when you leave. I'm just kidding, all right? I'm just fooling around. Okay. Some key concepts in today's lesson are rhythm, sentence stress, stress time language, and connected speech. Okay. So the idea is that by the end of this lesson, you have an understanding or a clear idea about rhythm in the English language, how sentence stress works also in this language, why is English called a stress time language, and what's the purpose of using connected speech. What do we mean by connected speech? Okay. I decided on purpose to use some slides at the beginning that have a lot of information, but they are there for you to study, okay? Because at some point, I guess, you can summarize the core or the most essential aspects of a concept in one slide, even though I don't like to put a lot of information, but I think at some point it's easy for you to study. Emily, would you mind reading aloud the next slide, please? Miss Emily Zuniga. Thank you so much. Emily, do you have a working microphone? Do you have a working microphone? See, I said, do you have a working microphone? I didn't say, do you have a working microphone? Yes or no? Okay. Thank you, Emily. I got your answer in the chat box. I'm going to ask Camila Gonzalez if she would kindly read the information provided in the slide. If you have questions about any word that you don't know how to pronounce, just let us know, all right? Camila, anytime you want. No working microphone, Camila? How about Gabriela Dorador? Would you mind reading
Yes.
aloud this? Thank you so much, Gabriela.
Okay. How do you say read? Read?
Rhythm.
Rhythm.
Yes.
English is a very rhythmical language, so that a learner who can maintain the rhythm of the language is more likely to sound both natural and fluent. The two components of the system which have the greatest influence on rhythm are sentence stress and the various features
Yes.
of connected speech. I.e. what happens to words when we put them in a utterance?
Uh-huh. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This slide has let me go back to this. All right, English is a very rhythmical language. The idea of rhythm, it's very strange when you talk about a language, right? When you talk about rhythm, you talk about songs, you talk about music. But there's some musicality when we speak. Some languages has a more a rhythm that it's more easily detected or identified, right? The idea is that some languages are syllable timed, or so they are called, syllable timed languages, and others are stress timed languages. A syllable timed language, like for example Spanish, stresses every single syllable, and the syllables have the same importance. All right, we pronounce them equally in terms of effort, in terms of energy. But other languages, which are called stress-timed languages, place a great importance on the stress. Some syllables are more stressed than others. Others are called sort of weak, are reduced syllables. Okay, so this has an impact on the way that the language is spoken and perceived. Sometimes you hear a rhythm that like the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum. So that's sort of the idea of rhythm applied to the language. And according to the slide read by Gabriela, two components of the system that have a lot of influence, a lot of impact on rhythm are sentence stress, and connected speech. Okay, sentence stress has to do with, because we already are familiar with word stress, right? Word stress. We already had a quiz about word stress or lexical stress. There's also phrase stress, like an example I'm going to show you. In the afternoon. In the afternoon is not a sentence, it's a phrase, but still you can identify one element that is stressed in that sentence, in that phrase. In the afternoon. In the afternoon. Noon would be the stressed element, right? And connected speech has to do with the way that you speak, and the sounds are interconnected. So the first one may affect the next one, so on and so forth, right? When we put them in an utterance, when we put them in a sentence, utterance means anything that you say, any word that you say, and a sentence that you say is an utterance. Okay, if you say hello, that is an utterance. If you say, what's your name? That's an utterance. If you say, my name's Bruno, that is an utterance, all right? Utterance is anything that you say when you are speaking either alone, right, on your own, or to someone else. So when you connect the words are not pronounced exactly the same as when they are isolated. Sometimes some sounds disappear. Sometimes some of the sounds influence others, right? And one sound that is produced, which is a velar, which comes first, and then comes an alveolar, may have an impact or an influence. So the second sound, which is alveolar, may be pronounced maybe as palatal, another velar. All right, we're going to cover this later when we talk about connected speech. But these two concepts, sentence stress and connected speech, are two components that have a very, very strong influence in English and the rhythm of the language itself. Okay? Sentence stress is a concept that we're going to cover in a minute. I think it's time for us to take a break. We're going to have a 10-minute break, all right? And then we're going to continue with sentence stress, which is the main topic for today's lesson. So I really would like to start after the break, because you're going to go on a break, you're going to do something else, you're going to come, more focused, because this is an important aspect of the lesson for today. Okay, so we're going to have a 10-minute break. And after the break, we start with sentence twist, the main topic for today's lesson, all right? So I will see you in about, in about 10 minutes.
Okay, teacher.
All righty.